Welcome to Bug Brain. My name is Liam, and I'm going to teach you about all kinds of critters you can find in your own backyard. Today, we're going to talk about what you can find under logs. So this is the first few logs we found. We're going to flip them and see what's underneath them. There's not too much under this one. There's an ant colony right there. So there's a bunch of ants all throughout it. But other than that, not a whole lot of. Oh, there's a woodlouse right here. These guys are related to roly-polies. They're actually some of the only fully land-based crustaceans on the planet. They're related to like crabs and shrimp and that sort of thing. They're super cool creatures. Then we have another log right here. Some beetle larvae, similar to mealworms you'd find at a pet store, only I don't think these ones are darkling beetles. Oh, there's a very large roly-poly right here. Oh, he's getting away. But yeah, you can tell he's different than the woodlouse because the woodlouse is a lot like flatter and has more color to him, whereas these guys they will roll up into a ball when they feel threatened. Super cool animals. We got to very gently flip it back over so we don't hurt anything living underneath it. Found another log here, and this one's got a lot of fungus on the side, which is very cool. And underneath, oh, there was a centipede. Not sure where he went. A couple of more wood lice, like we saw earlier. And these ones have a super neat brown coloration. I've actually never seen them like that, so that's really neat. Another log in this grass, and yeah, there's some isopods, and ooh, a few millipedes. Those are very cool. They're usually confused with centipedes, but these guys aren't carnivores at all. They actually eat decaying organic matter, whereas centipedes will prey upon, the woodlice, beetles, whatever else is under the log with them. Oh, and there's a harvestman right here, often confused with spiders, but they aren't true spiders. They're also called daddy longlegs. But they don't possess an abdomen like a spider would. They only have one body segment. Unlike what most people would think, they actually don't possess any venom whatsoever, and they are completely harmless to humans. And right here we have a little slug. He's pretty neat. Yeah, some very cool stuff under this one. Underneath this log, there is a lot more woodlice and millipedes right here. You can see, and there was one more. I don't know where he went. But then we have these slugs right here. I don't know a whole lot about slugs, so these may be invasive, which is not great. There's another one over here. He's kind of hiding. They're sometimes a pest to like farmers because they eat all the leaves and stuff. But just like everything else in nature, it is beneficial to the ecosystem in some way. I found a centipede under that log as I was flipping it back over, and these guys, like I said, often get confused with millipedes. But you can tell the difference as these guys are often much bigger and have much longer legs and antennae, and they are the carnivores, like the apex predators of these ecosystems that you find under these logs. They are super cool animals and voracious hunters. Another log right next to the one we just flipped. Oh, look at these two big old harvestmen. Although they aren't spiders, they are still arachnids because they have the 8 legs any other arachnid would have, those being scorpions, spiders, pseudoscorpions, and the like. And they are very cool animals as well. We have this nice little pile of kind of decaying bark here, which a lot of insects do enjoy. We're going to see if we can find anything under that. Oh, another centipede right there. They don't really like the light, so he's running away. This is another species of centipede, different from the first one. It is a soil centipede. They stay much smaller, well, much skinnier. They do get bigger than this. And they spend almost their entire lives burying themselves in the soil. So it is super cool to see one of these guys out in the open like this. Oh, there's our big centipede again. He's trying to find a place to hide, so he's going to keep running. This log's in a little bit of a muddier area, so there might be a few different things under this. And there isn't much living under here, which is most likely because of the lack of oxygen in the soil. You can tell by the color since it has this really gray, dreary, waterlogged color which sucks the oxygen and nutrients out. Here we have a lot more little rotted ones. Oh, this one is wow! Look at that. Ant or maybe termite colony? No, no, I think those are ants. Yeah, that's a lot of them. Probably not happy I tore this up. Yeah, just the same. Some isopods, and there was a centipede, but I think he ran away. These logs are a lot skinnier than some of the other ones, but I've found some pretty neat stuff under things like this. But oh, there's a millipede right there. It seems like there's not much going on. Even though that there wasn't much, you still gotta flip the logs back over when you're done. Whoa! I was not expecting that. Those are some very big crickets. I've not seen any that big in the wild. That's wow. The males are the ones that make noise, and they do so with their back legs rather than any sort of vocalization. Woodlice there too, but look at the size of that thing. That is wow. This one right here, really cool. Oh, there's one jumping away. Under here we got a centipede and a millipede and a slug. But yeah, they're very cool animals. Can be found pretty much everywhere. More crickets under this one. Oh, big old centipede right there. That's very cool. There he goes, trying to hide and run away. Another big old centipede running away. Another big cricket right there next to a little isopod. Nice orange color. Oh, the area with a lot more pine trees now. So we're gonna look. Oh, a bunch of ants and their babies are all taking care of them right there. I'll leave them be. Roly poly and a couple of sow bugs. There's another ant colony. That's pretty cool. Got their larvae in here. Bunch more of them down there. Little ant on my hand. A lot of worms. More worms. Whole lot of ants. And even more worms.